All right, so tell me about this spot.
Just look at it.
Yeah.
That's all there is to say about it.
Yeah, my name is Josh Eschnauer. I am 20 years old. Grew up kind of without a father figure for the first sort of huge chunk of my life. I had quite a few challenges growing up without a father. One of the biggest ones being a lack of, I guess, discipline. There was no real, like a calm male figure to really balance me out. There really wasn't that for a while, and it was sort of led to a lot of emotional problems and feelings of abandonment, and that created sort of a depression in me, I guess. That sort of, we always want to feel like someone's got us, like someone's always going to be here looking after us, and that we're held by someone. And of course, my mother was that, but of course, I was missing that other side. I was a little badass kid. In school, I was a little bit of a demon, I did things to try and stand out among people because I sort of felt as though I was lacking a certain attention at home. So I went to school to go get it. And a lot of times I would act out in ways that were a bit inappropriate. I feel like I would have been in jail or dead, probably. Had I not found Dylan or found film or anything, I would be dead, probably, most likely, because again, at that young age, I was incredibly reckless with my mouth and my actions. I would fight and do all this other stuff. So I don't think I'd be in a good spot had it not been for Big Brothers Big Sisters and Dylan. So.
Did we ever fly fish? I don't know that we
I
did.
don't think we ever. I don't think I ever have with you. I mean, I have.
Yeah, I have too, but I don't remember.
My name is Dylan Gallucci. I live in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. I'm a real estate agent, which I've been doing since 2005. And I'm a big brother. Growing up, I would say my childhood was very good, but not really extraordinary in any one way or the other. I was fortunate enough to grow up in a two-parent household. We were a middle-class family. Both parents worked, and I had kind of the suburban Norman Rockwell childhood. One of the things with my family that was difficult was that my father had a lot of health issues, physical health issues and mental health issues, which for me meant kind of staying closer to family was important. And actually, when I was in college, my junior year, I got a call at the end of January. I had just turned 21 about a month before, and my father had taken his own life. If there was anything I could take from my father's death, was that it gave me the opportunity to understand what was important in my life before it was too late. I looked to Big Brothers Big Sisters was one of the programs I explored because very simply they were a mentor program for youth. And I was matched with my little brother in July of 2012 and met him at a pizza shop, which was one of his and his mom's favorite spot, with him, his mom, and a representative of Big Brothers Big Sisters. And that was my first day with Josh.
We met at a pizza shop, and then from there it was sort of just smooth sailing, hanging out once every week and all that stuff. So I 100% felt a great connection between us because, again, it was something I was missing, a strong male figure. And having Dylan, of course, after a while when I got him as a big brother, he sort of was able to balance me out in a lot of ways that were really meaningful. And he was able to definitely bring me down from that attention-seeking sort of gratification-seeking sort of person. After I had met Dylan, I met my father. It was a bizarre experience because he was incredibly nonchalant about the situation. He didn't really seem as though he had done anything wrong. It was just sort of another day for him. There's always a bit of resentment there, always a little bit of it, just because why couldn't you do this before, And I was enjoying myself and my time with him, but there's always a bit of bitterness toward him in a way, you know. And I didn't want to feel that, but I ended up feeling it anyway.
I think Josh's life benefit from having me be a part of it has almost the way my father's death was a change of perspective for me. I think me being a part of Josh's life was a change of perspective for him, you know. And I think coming into his life when he was 11 or 12 and being a part of his life, I think it changed his vision for where he saw his life going.
My buddy's coming in from Philly tonight.
We did ultimately find things in common that we did really both enjoy. We'd go fishing, a lot of hiking and outdoor activities. Josh has graduated from high school now and works at film, so we saw a lot of movies. Helping Josh make movies was a big part of our life.
He would help me on my video projects when I was that young. They're not good, but they when I was, you know, 10 or 11 years old, you know, I mean, having a grown man help you felt like an honor. Like, wow, we seem legit now. There's someone here to help us out. It's older, you know. So
I know through the years, just I've seen his thinking and his thoughts and his ideas evolve. You know, when we started out, as I mentioned, from day one, he was already well interested into making movies and films. And for a 12-year-old with an iPhone and a computer, he could make pretty good movies. By the time he graduated from high school, he had sort of come around, you know, and I think that being able to, over the course of, you know, the 6 or 7 years between the time we met and the time he graduated, our conversations and our time together kind of put him on what is a very successful career path, because Josh is an extremely intelligent, extremely creative kid who was not made for a standard school setting.
Dylan and Josh, they've been through a lot as successes in his life, but they've also been through a lot of challenges. Having Dylan to give him a perspective of what he could become in life, and to give him the perspective of what he chooses to do in life too is okay, because it's what he sees himself in future. But to have a mentor like Dylan to show him what potential was out there and to just be there while he makes those crucial decisions, it's a relationship that is so strong now, and the two of them are like family.
yeah, it's been one wild ride. You know, we've done a lot of things together. You know, a lot of beliefs and experiences have been formed around my relationship with Dylan. So, I've really been thankful for him and Big Brothers Big Sisters for providing me with that.